Senior sign on. Shifty work into the box. And across. It's in. Oh, it's Lulu. It's a dream return.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring two podcast-certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Angela Morales, with my very much alive co-host, Mario Salazar. Yay, we're back, guys. Finally, we're back. This is going to be our mid-season recap, report card, update, situation.
Banter, basically.
Want to hang out on the internet with us episode. And also a mini preview of the friendly against Carolina Ascent FC from the Gainbridge Super League. Very excited.
And when we say mini, we mean mini. It's going to be a mini.
Because there's a lot to talk about.
Yes.
The first thing is we have very, very big news for us. Very excited to do this. We have partnered with a show of our own to host an Angel City watch party at Watch Me, our favorite place in Long Beach. So August 9th, the match against San Diego in San Diego, we will be in Long Beach at Watch Me, having fun, hanging out with Jax and her team and trading cards. So if you're not going down to San Diego and you don't want to be at home, come kick it. It's going to be super great. You can go to watchparty.casualfc.com to RSVP. Obviously, the event is free. We want you to just support food and drinks and everything good at Watch Me, but we're just trying to get a head count generally, so we know how many tables we need to save, all that good stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So we can hoard the tables and we can say like, no, my friend is going to sit here.
And then my friend never shows up. So show up.
Please.
But if you aren't a trading card nerd, as I've become in the last 3 months, a show of our own is this up and coming trade show, which is super cool. They held a show at Watch Me earlier this season. Mario donated some of his tickets. It was great. So it's a super fun trading card event. I think they're going to have stuff for purchase along with trading, cards to trade. I will have my stuff there to trade. I may or may not have more things to trade by then, because on Friday there is a signing event at Burbank Sports Cards with Riley Tiernan and Macy Hodge, and even I will be there because what am I going to do? Spend money on women's sports. And yeah, so it's going to be super cool because the trade night's going to be a show of our own's second event there, trading. We're going to be there. It's just going to be fun. It's friends, family, just come hang out, watch the game with us. You can check out Show of Our Own on Instagram at Show of Our Own along with us. We will be tagging and posting and all the good stuff. That's the big, cool, exciting news.
Yeah. Also, and if you're listening to this when this comes out, there will be I will be giving away tickets to the Ascent game. It's going to be very simple. All you have to do is repost the watch party post in your stories. Tag all three of us. Make sure you're following all three of us, and I will randomly pick one winner on Thursday. And I'll record it. I'll show that it's all random. Do the whole legit thing. That'll be fun. And hopefully we'll just kind of get more word out there. If we can pack out that place with just Angel City fans that didn't get to make it down to San Diego, right? Then it's gonna be fun. If you go down there just because you want to watch the game in a fun environment, you don't necessarily want to be with the pod or with the Show of Our Own. Cool, but you went down there, and if you went down there because you heard it from us, or you heard it from someone associated, then
come
great.
Say hi. At least we'll have stickers, we'll have stuff. It's just going to be a good time. If you're at the last watch party, we had bingo. We won't most likely have it this time because it's going to be in part with another group. So we want to make sure everybody has all the things they need. But with that said, I'm going to grab a very important emotional support, Capri Sun, so that Mario can give us the life update.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So life updates. Emotional support, Capri Sun is very, very valid. We had episodes planned for this international break. We were going to do this as a shorter episode because we were also going to do another episode for the Ascent, like a little bit more of a deep dive. And then we were going to do another episode, whatever. We had episodes planned during this break. And then life threw me a scary ass, like, curving free kick that just kind of, it just toppled everything. And like,
Yeah.
I'm mixing metaphors because it was
bad, y'all.
It was intense. So not to completely give you my medical background and history, but and I wish from what I went through, I can tell you something like, go learn CPR, it'll save a life. It's like, no, this was bonkers, freak. Like, it can happen to anyone, but it's also very, very, like, rare.
Real.
and
Yeah.
and you know, so
Like,
but
still
I went to
learn CPR and get certified and first aid and all that, but not necessarily in coordination with what Mario went through the last month.
So I went to the ER after thinking what I thought was the flu for about a whole week, like a solid week, and then finally just said, okay, I gotta go to the ER because this is not going away. Turns out it wasn't the flu, and they had no clue what it was. And I got admitted that day when I went to the ER, and then shit just went downhill so fast. There was a point in the ER that I remember. I closed my eyes, and then I wake up in the ICU 6 days later.
At a different hospital.
In a different hospital.
Yeah. In a completely different place. And to kind of put it into perspective, we were supposed to record the day after the day after Mario's got to the ER. We didn't record, and he doesn't remember texting me saying, hey, I'm in the ER. I don't think I'm gonna be able to record. And I'm like, that's fine. Take care. Like, this can get put on hold. Take care of yourself. Just give me updates when you can. And then everything happened.
Yeah.
And then I got an update from his wife.
So I woke up in the ICU about 6 days later, not remembering much, and not really realizing that it's been a week that I've been down, basically. Mm-hmm. So with all of that, I am here. I probably look a little thinner because spending that long in the hospital, you tend to lose some weight. Don't recommend that weight loss plan because you don't want to go through it. But huge thank you to the doctors at the ER doctor at Providence Tarzana, which is the hospital that I have near me and where I started at, and the cardio and pulmonary ICU team of doctors, because at that point I now had like 8 different doctors seeing me, like, at all hours of the night and day, and all the nurses. I respected. I had mad respect for nurses already, but when you had to go through something like that, and the just importance of having a good nurse with you that entire time, and keeping you sane and keeping you grounded to a point. Thank you. Just amazing. So all the teams and everybody in the cardio and pulmonary ICU at Cedars-Sinai, they quite literally saved my life. Like, in the most literal sense, they did save my life. Like,
they absolutely did. And
thank you.
Eva and I got to go see Mario like the day before he got discharged. And like the team of nurses and attendants, like basically the pre-doctors, the folks who are doing their rounds and residencies came in, and every single person we met, even the people just like walking the floor, like other nurses, everyone there is so nice. And it's always hard because it's like, oh, you know, if I get sick or if I have this, like, that's what I want. But like, you ultimately don't want that. Like, you don't want to have those experiences. But
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for them as well.
Yeah, they were amazing, and I appreciate every single one of them. We filled out as many like I appreciate this nurse and this doctor as much as we could whenever, you know, there was like we saw one of those little survey things pop up. So yeah, it was an ordeal. I was out for about 2 weeks, and then I started recovery at home. So I'm feeling good. I think I look good. I'm feeling good. But I'm not at 100%, right? No. Like, am I going to go back out and run a 5K again? No, because it was a big thing with my lungs. Like I said, cardio and pulmonary.
He's got to be able to like walk around the block before he decides to get back to the run club.
Yeah. So, and then a secondary thanks just to Angel City having all those corners because, you know, Cedar Sinai getting all that exposure.
We've always joked that like with every corner kick we take, like, we should get a punch card for like, Eva was like, you know, like free colonoscopy or free labor and delivery. Like Mario got his
Yeah.
in cardiopulmonary help. So
Yeah.
No, but I'm so glad you're home. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad that you're on the road to recovery. It was,
I mean, I've got the energy
harrowing
to record this.
I know. I had tapped into a couple like close podcast friends and family. Eva, like, there's a chance Mario might not be able to record for a while. You in the guest house with me? So yeah, I'm so grateful for all this and grateful to be back doing this with you.
Yeah. There was a point in the ICU where like I was like beyond thinking about all the shit that I was going through. Then there was like a small little thing about like I should try to text Angela and like be like just find some guests and keep it going. That was like a quick fleeting thought, and then I was probably hopped up on something and then
just went back to sleep.
But then also I couldn't lift up my arms, right? Like I was just so like out of it. So yeah. All right. Well,
we're here.
We're here. We're healthy-ish. Let's get back into it. So let's look at our season so far. We are at the halfway point. The season is going to restart on August 1st for us. That's going to be our first season match back. But if we're looking at where we're at right now, our current record for this season, we have 4 wins, 3 draws, and 6 losses, with a total of 15 points, and that puts us in 11th place. Now, we have a goal. The goal differential, we kept talking about, like, we want to be in the positive. We were in the positive for a little bit. When you look into the goal differential, it's kind of impressive, and it's also kind of sad in equal measure. So our goal differential right now is a -4. Okay, but we have 20 goals for and
is
24
that more than
against.
We scored all season?
But it
last
might
year?
be. It might be
I don't think
because last year we didn't
goals at all.
No.
Last year.
No, last year we didn't really score like a ton. Like and when we did score, it was only really from like 1 or 2 people. Mm-hmm. Right now we're kind of getting goals from a bigger group.
Yeah.
Right. We're getting goals from Riley. We're getting goals from Alyssa. We're getting goals from
the midfield. Multiple midfielders.
The midfield. Yeah. So it's being spread out. So the fact that we have 20 goals for the team is amazing. Then, you know, on the other side of that coin, we have 24 against, which leads you to scratch your head, right? As to like, where are those?
A lot of those are late. A lot of those are late goals, which is I think the biggest thing to figure out, because it's one thing if you're giving up goals just, you know, in the course of play over 90 minutes. But when you're giving up goals at like 88 or like 90 plus 5, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It feels like there's more. Like instead of it just counts for 1, it counts for like 9. in your soul.
Yeah. But as we talk about the whole goal differential and all of that, the fact that we have two of our Angel City players in the Golden Boot race. Yeah. So right now, Esther is at the top with 10. Chewinga and Banda are both at 8, so they're tied for second place. And then in fourth place, we have Riley Tiernan with 7. Like that, rookie season. That's got to be like rookie of the year contender right there already.
100%. If she's not in the rookie of the year conversations, I'd like to have a conversation with some people.
Exactly. But she is in fourth place for the Golden Boot race at this midpoint. And then we have Alyssa Thompson down in tied for 6th with 5. So both Alyssa and Riley from Angel City are in this Golden Boot race, and it's not over. We've got 13 more matches to go.
Yeah,
right.
We've got half the season still. It's gonna be
it can start getting a little crazy, a little wild. If we break down the overall record that we have the Slay era, the Lady era, and then we have the Straus era, right? Which is just starting.
Like the games that we've played under Straus so far, I would say like it's like a 0.5. It's not fully like his direction at this point. So it's like a lot of leftover.
I would say the Straus, the Straus era would be like a half him, half Lady kind of thing. But so during Lady's tenure of the first half, we have the 4 wins, we have 2 draws, and we have 4 losses. So there was a point where I know we were talking and we were saying like, look, Sam was getting a couple wins in a row. Yeah. And things were looking good. And so, I think someone asked us like what do we think of Sam? Like how is it going? And at that point we were just like, look,
it's fine.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like he's doing fine. Let's give him more time and see where. And it kind of turned out that they were a couple of fluke wins because like we ended up tying 2 more, and then.
I don't think they were fluke wins. I think they're very well earned wins. But then everything got like shaken in an Etch-a-Sketch again. And we had a starting lineup and everything was going okay. And then it was like, just kidding. We're not going to do that anymore. All that stuff that worked, who cares? Yeah. And then granted, like the team got shaken up a lot with everything with Savvy. Like this first half of the season has been dramatic, to say the least. Coaching, red cards, Savvy, Mario, like there's been too much. I want to win out. Like I want the easiest coast into the playoffs. Like I just no.
Yeah. And then under Straus, like we said, it was kind of more of the lady 2.5 era. Because really like Straus comes in after the European League is done with. Then he comes in, so it's mid-season for us, and then he literally had like a week with the team before the first game,
like practice.
Yeah.
Schedule. Yeah.
So he needed to rely. He was probably doing his scouting beforehand. Yeah. But he really needed to rely on Sam and the rest of the coaching staff on what was happening with the team, where their fitness was, all of that stuff. And he was relying on them communicating to him. So, can we hold him for the 1 draw and the 2 losses? Yes and no.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of like, I guess, like, it's not, I don't feel any kind of way about it. Like I very much think we're not necessarily starting from scratch, but very close to it.
Look, this is the point in where when Becky took over, it was about the midpoint.
Yeah. Right around the same time.
They had that international break. They had that time to kind of reassess and actually kind of build into the groove and kind of figure things out. And then they went gangbusters for the rest of the season, season, right? So with Straus having the mindset that he has and the development mindset that he has. I will say that because of the development mindset, it's great for us long term. Short term, let's see what happens, because short term might still be a little bit of a rough road, right?
Well, I think part of it too is that there's been no consistency, and we'll talk about this more later. Any team, regardless of sport, wants consistency in their coaching, in their playing style, in their training style, in their schedules. Like, you need consistency so that you don't have to think about half the things that you think about. And when you have to, like, am I going here? Am I going there? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Like, it's inefficient, first of all. Just by nature, you're wasting time figuring out details that you should already know, or like that should already have been provided to you. And then you're wasting energy because it's like, well, we're not doing anything. You know, like, we're not progressing as a team. We're not, like, everything's just going in circles, essentially. And it kind of feels like we're circling the drain right now. But I have a feeling he's going to stop that spiral that Angel City is, like, in and redirect it.
Yeah.
So, more on that later.
All right, let's get into where we're at with all of this. There are some important NWSL dates.
Yes.
That we got to keep in mind during this kind of international break.
So many. So because the Euro leagues end and their contracts end, now everything gets bonkers internationally since we're in season. So the option extension deadline was the last day of June. And that was essentially like, if you have a mutual team option or something like that, those have to be extended by then. The hard part is that was 2 days before, like, a holiday weekend. And we all know that the league has to approve every single transaction. So, like, there's still transactions that haven't been announced, I'm sure, because the league is, like, backlogged. The free agent free-for-all started the next day, July 1st. This is for the contract year of 2026. Is like, this opens the door to those negotiations. So it's shenanigans everywhere. You're going to start seeing people moving around and the end of the season, blah, blah, blah. And then because we're already seeing so many moves, it's now the summer transfer window. So that started on July 1st as well. And that goes until August 25th. So we've got a month left of this transfer window. And there's going to be so many things, so many things that happen internationally, in the NWSL, everywhere. And then rosters freeze. So no more moves, no more nothing. Obviously, unless it's like an SEI or, like something like that happens. But October 9th, that's it. Everything pauses because the season ends November, playoffs, and then more shenanigans in the off season per usual. But from an Angel City standpoint, which is what we're coming at, our latest moves and acquisitions and all the things. So there's so much. Okay. A lot of this is old news for the majority of us. Neat.
We're just recapping everything up to this half season. So
Vanessa Gilles finally off the books. I loved her. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. I'm just thankful for the space on the roster. She is going to Bayern Munich, where we got Straus from. So who knows what's going to happen over there. She is transferred from OL to them. That's handled. No more loan. No more nothing. Yay. Hannah Johnson and Bree Norris, who were on hardship contracts, have been released. I hope they're still practicing. Like, I hope they're on the practice squad, or I hope they're still involved in training somewhere, because that's great for them. And
or hopefully, they're essentially free agents, so hopefully they're figuring
I hope
something
they
out
get
too.
picked up or something. And then as of today's Monday. What's the date? The 21st.
The 21st.
So as of today, like 3 hours ago, we're actually recording and the sun is still up.
Yes.
Substantially. Like, we have hours until sunset. It's 4 p.m. It's a miracle. But Casey Fair has re-signed with Angel City through 2028, and she is now currently on loan to Djurgårdens in Sweden through essentially the end of the year, through Christmas. I think this is a substantially amazing move. 1, to make roster space here. 2, to get her minutes and to get her up to consistent play. And like, when you're getting 8 minutes a game, like, cool, that's exciting for you, but also like you deserve more. And I think it's just going to be really good for her. And everybody's on the same page of like, yes, she needs to play. So we're going to essentially ship her over to Sweden for the rest of the year. And then she's going to come back and then we're going to party.
Yeah. I think one of the problems that we have, and maybe you can call it champagne problems, right? It's we have like we've been saying for the longest time, we have a lot of really great players on paper, and things just haven't been working out.
Right.
Casey has been an amazing player. Whenever she plays with the Korean team, it's always highlight reel kind of stuff. And this season, when she was able to get some minutes on the field, it's been really good. But the problem is that she's just not getting enough. And in order to have her grow, you need to be able to give her more minutes. And if she's not going to get them here, then
find a place. Yeah.
Find a place. And if she's going to get them in Sweden, then hell yeah, like let's get that going. And hopefully she comes back in March when the next season starts up, and she can be more of that starter, or more of that like early
like
sub
super
kind
sub.
of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's still so young. Like, is she a legal adult now, or is she still 17? She is. Yes, she's 18 now. But like, essentially she's just starting. Like, yes, she's been at the senior international level, but also like, girl, you have so much. You got 20 years of a career and you've already got like 3 in, like, you're good. You're fine.
Yeah.
But so those are the moves essentially that we've made so far. We have added Coach Straus. Obviously, we've talked about him a whole bunch. We've added a third official keeper in Hannah Siebert through 2026. She went to Pepperdine. Like, she's a LA girl also. Excited to see what happens at the keeper position. There's a lot. And then she landed today. They just had a post about it like an hour before we started recording. Svindis daughter is officially here in LA. Very exciting. Big news.
Yep.
Ta-da. Like, yay, new person. Evelyn Shores is here. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody.
That might be everybody.
I think I might be missing somebody. But in bigger, long-time Angel City news, in bigger fan updates, in the best of updates, June Endo is off the SEI list. June Endo is in full contact practice. June Endo started a friendly, which is essentially a lot of people are mad because tickets weren't offered. It wasn't like really publicized that we played BFC on the 19th, which I understand completely. But it was also like a fancy scrimmage. I wouldn't even call it a friendly. It was before their season ticket holder event. So it was just like an exhibition game, which I think both teams needed because both teams are making a lot of shifts and changes. Yeah. My friend was there and she has played soccer her whole life. She loves Angel City. She's from the Bay. So once Bay started, she's like, well, this has to be my team. But she is a Sarah Gordon truther as well. Like, my friend Sarah and I are very much connected on this level. So it's like we're screaming about Angel City. She's screaming about BFC. She's like, I love too many players. I don't know what to do. But yeah, the game it happened. We know June scored. Like, yep. She played 33 minutes. She scored a banger. If you haven't seen it on Instagram, go look at it because this is a damn good June goal. Like, June Endo back on the pitch just like makes me so happy.
This is just fodder for the revenge goal.
Yes, the revenge tour of June Endo. Cannot wait for it.
So those are all the big updates, but there are some players that have question marks next to them. Mm-hmm. So one of them, kind of at the top, Sophia Mattis, she was on a short-term contract, and there's been no news about extension or release.
Yeah.
At this point, the short-term contract is over. It was over June 30th. So I think they can't sign her to another short term. It has to be like a full contract, or they
Like
just
through
have to
the end of
release
the
her.
season.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's no news either way about that. So, who knows? And again, like Angela mentioned, that a lot of these things too. Angel City has been fined before for making announcements before
Exactly,
the league
like
was ready to.
The team is
So-
overly cautious in making announcements like this now.
Yes. So we have to wait till the league approves or the league is ready to say something. So who knows? And along with that, we also have a bunch of players that have their contracts ending this year, which means as of the 1st of July, they are free agents and they are able to talk to other teams. Now, on this list, we have Hannah Stumbaugh. I don't know why I keep tripping over that, but that's what it is. We have Kristen Press, Lily Nabet, Madison Hammond, Megan Reed, Elizabeth Eddy, Ali Riley, who's still on SEI, Alana Kennedy, and Miyabi Moriah. Now, I will caveat this. Just because they are entering their free agency mode does not mean they are not talking to Angel City, or that there hasn't already been some deal struck with Angel City that, again, we need to wait for the league to approve and then be able to announce.
We're going to finish recording. There's like 15 different.
All of them are
contract
going to have
rounds.
like updates.
Yeah.
So just because we haven't heard anything is neither a good nor bad thing. They can totally still be talking to Angel City, but they're also free to talk to other teams. So that's where the rocky road of what we're entering right now is. Some of these players we know probably just want to stay. They just need to either balance out, like, okay, well, one, how much I'm going to get paid.
Right.
To how
Salary
much
cap
time do
negotiations are tough.
Yeah. To how much time or how much more of my body can I give you, right? And they're just kind of balancing out those kind of questions, and we'll see what ends up happening. But we do have them till the end of the year, till the end of the season, so that's the good side. We do have them till playoffs and everything like that. But yeah, we'll be waiting to hear about all of these players. And with that being said, with all the kind of little moves that have happened, I did have a big old bold, we have too many active players.
Yeah.
Since all the updates have come in, we've actually gone back under the too many active players numbers, so which is great. So currently we have 25 active players out of 26 spots. And that is not including, so still on the roster, still on the books and everything, but just not being counted for roster spots. We have Ali Riley on SEI. This is my assumption, just because there's been no official. I don't believe there's been any official thing yet, but Savvy King being on medical leave.
Yeah, just the availability report says medical leave, but we don't know if that means like a 45-day list, SCI, but it's classified differently. Like, I don't think they're going to rush her back anyway. Like,
no.
Like, girl, just take your time.
Yeah.
Mentally recover, emotionally recover, physically recover. You're young. We'll see you next season, as far as I hope.
She ended up having
a heart attack.
A step more than what I had, because she actually had a heart surgery.
Yeah.
I lucky enough did not have to go through surgery, but I had to go through a whole other bunch of shit. But with all of that, we both thank Cedar Sinai. Amazing doctors there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like we said, we don't know if she's been placed on a 45-day injury list, which would be kind of weird for what she went through.
Right.
Or
and I think that
she's going to be
45 days is up as it would be right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it happened on like the May 9th or something like that, right? So like starting that day. Or she's going to be placed on a full SEI, which, I mean, why not? And
Just
why
do
has it
it.
taken so long? Just do it.
Yeah.
But we don't have official word about Savvy King yet. But she is, she's been visiting practices. She's been working. There was a whole thing about her working out with the doctors at Cedars-Sinai, getting her like her running back in there and stuff like that. So she'll be back soon. And then we have our 2 players on loan. We have Maite Lopez, who is out on the on a team for the USL. I don't know what team at the moment. And then we have
Super League.
And then we have Casey Fair, who is going to Sweden, like we just mentioned. Okay, so real quick, we'll go down the roster and then just kind of give our general thoughts.
Yeah.
We now have like 3 full contract keepers. I think Angelina Anderson has been doing a great job.
I think so too.
It's a lot of, I will say a good portion of those 24 goals that have gone in have been, some of them have just been bangers where you're just like, well,
Like,
shit.
okay.
Yeah. And then some of them have just been like those weird fluky goals where it's like, like it just bounced off of someone's foot weird and just went completely the wrong way. And there was nothing she could do.
Yeah.
There's a mix of there, but of like, yeah, that was your fault. Like you were completely off.
And that's
but
going to be for any keeper. Like you're going to have bangers. You're going to have those unlucky goals. And then the ones where it's like, ooh, you stepped wrong. Like I saw what you saw and nope, yeah.
Yeah. But even at that, I would say that those, she was in the wrong place or she stepped wrong or like that's on you. Those are very minimal. Like those were not very many out of the 24. So I think it's a whole team thing that we need to look at, right? Both midfield, defense. There's been a lot of, like we were saying, turmoil, changes, unplanned things that have happened. Yeah. So like, it's not like things are starting to gel and then something went wrong. Things started to gel and then something else went wrong.
And then the roster changed for reasons we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we just, I think there needs to be a little bit more consistency with our team on just like how we can handle those changes and how we can build into like, okay, one piece falls, how can we replace that one piece and get it going? Not be like one piece falls, now let's shift the entire team and completely screw everything up.
Not even just for goal allowance or anything like that. I think it's just overall. And granted, like really truly at the heart of hearts, the theme of this episode is consistency. The team just needs consistency and they've been begging for it. And I really hope that with Straus coming in and getting settled over the break and getting them back to like a regular, like knowing that this coach is going to be there for a while. It's like, okay, we can all take a deep breath and this is how we're going to work this out. We're playing the long game now. And you also are playing with nothing to lose this season. If it goes to shit, it goes to shit. If we win out, we win out. Like, yes, we want to win out. I'm sorry, if you're competing at this level and you're just like, I'm here for fun, go away. Like, I'm not.
Where's my orange slice?
Yeah, like, no, thank you. I'm not even like actively competing in sports, and I'm still like, no, we're here to win. Because that's the mentality. Every player steps on the court, the pitch, the field, whatever you call it, the ice. Like, every player goes out there to win at this level. And so, like, our defense, same thing. They have been shuffled around so much because of injury, because of international call-ups, minute restrictions.
I mean,
like
some of them haven't even seen the pitch at all. I mean, I don't think Elizabeth Eddy has.
Nope.
At all, right?
Because she's been this season. She saw it for like 5 seconds last year too. I don't understand a variety of things. I don't understand, but I really hope that with this break, our backline resolidifies and like gels again and like settles into themselves again, so that they can be there for Angelina in the goal. Because yes, Hannah Sievert's coming in, but I don't know if Angelina's unseated at this point. You know what I mean? Like, she's gotten the international call-up. She's done really well as a training camp participant, all the kind of things.
It's funny when I think about the defense. I think about like that one, the weaving basketball drill where like
3-man weave.
Yeah. Where you're doing that, like, I just think of that of like, okay, we need to figure out how we can do that 3-man weave, but then just be like, all right, you sit down, you go in, but still keep the rhythm of what 100%. That weave is supposed to be.
That's exactly what I've been putting, like, that's the image I have in my head is just boom, you're just weaving through each other and picking up and putting down pieces to make it work. And we're going to get there. Like, I really, truly feel like this is the first time, honestly, probably since inaugural season, pre-inaugural, like start, like this is the first time in Angel City history that like it feels like there's somebody at the helm who can steer the ship correctly and with efficiency and with like what's the word I'm looking for, with a sense of urgency, but with like an actual direct path. Like he knows how to develop, he knows how to win, he knows how to redirect and how to right the ship and like, get you back on course essentially. So that's really what I'm looking forward to, is actually somebody who's like at the helm with an idea of where we're going. Not just like, we'll see what happens, it's soccer. Like not a Capri Sun and orange slice.
Yeah.
Like Team Mom at the helm. So that's kind of what it's felt like, honestly.
Yeah. And I hope that he does keep the kind of high flying like wings.
100%.
Like, because like that's kind of become somewhat of an Angel City thing. Like the little bit of identity that we do have
we fly
on our play style is we fly.
To fly, we fly.
So hopefully we still keep that, where we can like really send up like Giselle, we can send up MA, we can send up Miyabi, like we can get them kind of going.
We haven't had an Alana Kennedy goal yet. I don't think you understand. You don't know the lore as well as I do. But like I need an Alana Kennedy header like off a corner kick so bad. Piece, yeah. Like on Friday, like if she hears this, can we clip this and be like, please, asking for a friend, but that friend is my fiance and also myself and some international friends that we have now, because she posted the shirts that she ordered from us on her Snapchat, and now we're shipping freaking meatball subs shirts to Australia. But can we get a banger off your head into the goal, please?
Yeah, she's got the height.
Yeah,
she's got the height.
It's just, they're perfect and they're beautiful, and we haven't had one yet in LA.
Look, you came, and you got your black eye for the season.
Yeah, you've already checked off one thing.
Let's get that header goal in.
Yeah. But I think our like, she's technically considered a defender on the roster, but like Alana Kennedy's been playing a lot more of like a defensive mid for us.
Defensive mid, yeah. And
the transition of her from center back to defensive mid has been really fun over the last few years of her career. So like the role she plays in our midfield has been awesome. We have a wonderful midfield at this rate. Like we've improved exponentially over last season. We have legs up for Zellum, which almost happened at the last game. Happened. Like I put it in the Discord. So if you haven't seen it there, go look at it. We have a card collecting channel now, but in the first 2025 pack that I pulled a really nice and shiny Katie Zellum card, and I full on like posted a legs up picture with my card. So the team knows that we do this. So if she scores, you know what happens. In BMO at home, doesn't matter. But our midfield is like solidifying. Everything I feel like is at this point of like, we're not soupy jello anymore. We're like jiggling. We're grooving. We're like almost ready to be cut into like shapes. If you're a 90s kid and had jello jigglers.
Yeah, that I think the only issue again with like what we were talking about is in the defense is that we need to be able to figure out the piece swapping. Like we have, like, you know, we have people that are on here that we haven't seen a ton of or seen at all, right? Yeah. Madison Hammond hasn't had a ton of minutes. Lily Nabet, we thought,
haven't seen her since preseason.
Yeah, and we thought preseason she looked amazing, and then
from what I heard, what we've seen of Lily is not the way Lily, like, it's not what Lily is known for. And at this point, I hate to say this out loud, there's certain players on the team, and Lily is one of them, that I hope at some point in the near future you're either starting or getting substantial minutes, whether it's in LA or for another team, because you deserve them. You don't deserve to be wasted on the bench, which is what's happened.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason you're a professional soccer player. Whether or not you're my favorite player, I don't care. You're good enough to be here, and you are good enough to play. And there are teams that will play you. And granted, right now, some places are harder to play in than others for certain demographics of people, for a variety of reasons. But there are places that will welcome you, that will play you. Like, you deserve those minutes, and I want you to have them. I ideally would love you to have them for my team, but if that's not working out, like, explore your options. Like, you are still so young. Don't get trapped. That's all. I'm putting away my soapbox on, like,
again, another thing of it's not just development of future players and development of the youth. It's development of the team and the talent that we currently have, and really showing them that ability to swap, right? Yeah. Like playing in a style where if one player has to swap out for another for whatever reason, injury, maybe it's just a time for a change, get some fresh legs in there, whatever, that player coming in, everybody else still knows the game plan. Everybody else still can be like, you know, on it. It sounds bad, but I honestly want to get, I want them to get to the point where, like, it doesn't matter who's in the center and who's in the left and the right. You are all playing, you're all playing what you need to do. And so if you pass the ball into some space, they know that they're going to be there. Like 100%. And it doesn't matter who it is. And I think that's a piece that might have been missing so far, is like getting them in that confidence.
That? I think it might have been missing. I can tell you it's been missing.
I mean, yes, it's been missing, but I also don't want to like I think there's only so much. The coach is a very important part of, like, the strategy and everything like that, but there's only so much that they can do, and then come game day, they honestly have nothing else to do. Yeah, they can yell from the sideline in their little dotted box. Yeah, and like that's all they can do. Listening. And then, like, nobody's listening, or it's too loud in the stadium, or like nobody's gonna hear them. But at that point, they've set the lineup. Yeah. They've set the players out there. They've got to play they're the ones playing 45 minutes. They're the ones playing the 90 minutes. Yeah. Coach can't do anything at that point.
And I think too, like, so much of that comes from how you're running training, because there's a thing that happens and I don't know, and this is because I've never played, like, competitive soccer, but in basketball, in volleyball, there's certain plays for certain players. In basketball, in volleyball, there's certain plays for certain players, because it's a lot more amount, that kind of thing. So if there's 2 minutes left on the clock and you are down 5, you know you need your shooters in, like, you know who to sub in, sub out, that kind of thing. And I feel like that's what was happening in Angel City, but the right people weren't in at the right times, or like they weren't being subbed in a way that made sense with how they trained for the game. I'm trying
subbing in after the 80th minute with your best player
today.
Well, we're about to. We're gonna get to the forwards.
I know, but yeah, with every part of this team, I just want there to be some consistency. And like you said, like, everybody on the team needs to know how to run every play. because it doesn't work the way it does for basketball or hockey or, like volleyball where you're rotating constantly. You have very set positions, and you move around on the pitch, but it's not like I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say because I'm tired.
You know what?
But
permutation Primo has to go out there and talk with the team to be like, look, when this happens, when A happens, you go B. When B happens, you go to D. Like, you gotta get your permutations out there of like, when things happen, this is what needs to happen. Like, you gotta get that baked into your head.
How much more leave from work do you have? Can we get you out there to like build out all the permutations and build a little like crazy murder board about it? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna have all the players with one of those like quarterback like Velcro things.
Exactly.
Just be like,
just be like, wow, this guy's a nerd. Like,
Alana's over here. Okay, where am I supposed to be?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you have to know your teammates in and out. You have to know your plays in and out. Like, there's certain things that have to happen consistently all the time. And like I said, the theme of like, I feel like the word of the day in Pee Wee Herman, like, is me saying consistency. But truly, that's what it is. And even when it comes to our attack, so like, we have some of the best goal scorers in the league and in the world right now. Alyssa Thompson is terrifying, both in the NWSL and internationally. Like, almost especially internationally, it like hits different.
And she's had a couple bangers like during international play. So,
and we've got Riley. Like, we have so many players who can score. Right now, Claire isn't even in the picture because she's been hurt. And she was in the running for Golden Boot for half the season last year. Sid LaRue isn't even in the running for Golden Boot because she's been hurt. Like, she had the mental health leave in the beginning of the season. She then tore her calf. And then she comes
in and then gets injured again. I'm like, no.
And like, now she's training again. So I'm like, okay, cool. When do we get to see Sid the Kid? I'm so excited for this. And then
June Endo's off the SEI now.
Yeah, like,
so we've got.
I'm so excited. And then we'll probably see Kristen Press for more than 10 minutes. And like, it's so good. And then we have like this big unknown in Jan's daughter. And I'm so excited for that. And that's why, like, overall, that's my preview for the team. I don't know. And I don't care. Like, I'm just excited. I'll do more of a deep dive into what I think we're going to look like after Saturday. But that's all.
I asked Angela, I'm like, all right, should we be writing kind of like an actual recap and an actual like, here's how the team's been looking like. And I think her verbatim answer was, at this point, I don't care.
Well, because it doesn't matter anymore.
And I think okay, so yes, there's
there's
a whole
matters.
thing. We have our record, and our record is what it is, and we literally are moving into a whole new era with a whole new coach, right? So the beginning of the season kind of doesn't matter in the sense that whatever issues we were having are issues of the past. Now, can they be fixed? The big question is, can they be fixed? Can they be corrected? Can they be eliminated from the way we're playing and moving forward? And that's the important part.
It was either the first or second post-game presser that I was watching that Straus was discussing that idea exactly. And he goes, there are things that I've seen that I know aren't going to change overnight because that's been 4 seasons of that. Are they essentially bad habits? Yes. And we have to break them. And that's why we have to take everything out of the closets, skeletons, trash bags, trunks of clothes. Like, we are dismantling everything and building it back the right way. And that's why I'm like, I don't care about the first half of the season because that's all they've been doing. The last month and a half, 2 months is just like, let's break it and build it again and build it the way we want to build it for the long term. And that's why I'm just like, let's go. Show me what you've got, because I know it's going to be so good. Like, inject it into my veins.
All right.
But
well, that's it. That's our mid-season recap. Like I said, we've never been the full-on X's and O type podcast. We're a very much vibes with a sprinkling of X's and O. So this is where we're at. This is how we feel. I think we're on the more positive side of what's to come and what Straus can bring. And, a couple of additions, a couple of moves might be what we needed. And again, there was a little bit of a measured, look, we've got a majority of the team still here. With whatever those issues were, right? Injuries, leg injuries, whatever gelling issues we were having. It's not like we clean the slate midway, right? So
you don't just fire everybody and start over in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that the team you have is trash either. Because like we've said, for 4 years, we've got a damn good team. They're just not being used correctly or utilized in the best positions for themselves.
Hopefully he unlocks that. So with that, let's go with our very quick, tiny preview of our friendly match against the Carolina Ascent.
So this Saturday at BMO, the 26th, 5 p.m. I don't think there's going to be any fan fest or anything ahead of time. There'll probably just be a tailgate. We'll post whatever gets posted, but they haven't. Everything's been really low key about the friendlies. So I don't know. Parking's included if you have a parking pass. That's really, I think, the most important part. So the Carolina Ascent are coming in off a fantastic season. They won, they're calling it the Players' Shield. And they had the best record in Gainbridge Super League's inaugural season. They were plus 19. That's what I know about this team.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had a very, very good season. They are coming off a friendly against the Dash on Sunday. So yesterday, which when this comes out on Wednesday, on Sunday, the 20th, they played Houston in Houston. So now they're here. So they've been traveling. They just played in Houston. It's been nasty ass weather all over the country. We were at Disneyland on last week for the last day of our 3-day ticket, and a monsoon just showed up at 11.
It was drizzling 3 this morning.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, what is this? And granted, I love summer rain. Don't get me wrong. I don't like summer Midwestern Texas southern rain. That's different and it's gross. I like summer rain out here. I don't know what's happening though. But it's going to be interesting to see, one, how their legs are, what they've got in the tank left from Sunday, because that's a quick turnaround. It's a week, but there's also travel involved. So I will be very honest. I do not know a lot about this team because I did not watch a lot of the Super League or the games last season, but I'm excited because this coming season that starts, I think it was in September, they are streaming on Peacock. Every game's on Peacock.
Oh, nice.
At least for Carolina. So I'm going to watch as much as I can because what's another sport? Why not? Well, it's the same sport. What's another league? But keep tabs on this team. Keep tabs on the league. If nothing else, you're supporting women's sports, and that's really what matters. But they have sick-ass colors. Their kits are cool. Have you seen any of the promo and stuff from them?
No, I've seen. I've seen their shield. I've seen their crest, and
that's
that
what their kits
already
look like. It's like a sunset. It's beautiful. It's like purple, orange, yellow, pink, like a little teal.
It's what everybody's been asking, not to have the stupid cookie cutter.
Yes.
Nike.
It's almost like when you're not a Nike sponsored league, you can do cool things. But yeah, their kits are cool. They have a good vibe. And Mario said, we talk a lot of vibes on this podcast more than X's and O's, as much as I love X's and O's. But they just look cool. Their coach is a former assistant women's national team, or U.S. women's national team coach. So he's obviously doing great running this team. Everything I've seen, they have a couple players playing from them who are on loan from different NWSL teams or former NWSL players that were kind of on the cusp where they're not getting a lot of minutes. So they went and signed here to get more minutes. Mackenzie Pluck, who played for us, she's on a team, I think the Brooklyn team, if I remember correctly, back east in the northern part of the East Coast. But I'm excited. And like I said, like, I don't even know what our lineup's going to look like.
Yeah.
Nobody does. And that's the best part about everything coming up with this team. The team's genuinely excited to be working with him. Straus seems super intense, like so sports, so like high IQ sports intense, but it is intensity with a goal. He's not just like, this is so important.
He's not just being like a dumb drill sergeant. Like,
exactly. It's like, no, we're doing this. Like, we're doing this specific drill for this specific reason. Like, there's a reason behind everything. And that's the kind of coach for me that makes everything click and makes everything better. So I'm hoping that's what happens with the team. But yeah, I'm excited for Saturday. See you there. I'll be at the museum beforehand. If you guys are at the Natural History Museum, hit me up. My coworkers are coming. It's going to be a party.
It's going to be fun. So yeah, so we'll do this really quick. Because we're running quite a bit long. Like I said, this is like 2 or 3 episodes mashed into one. We had this plan of doing like an AMA, like ask us anything you want, team about us, whatever. And I was gonna post kind of on the regular, like every couple days, just to be like, send in your questions. Yeah, I got to 1 post and then shit went downhill. So
yeah.
we only got 3 questions in. One of them from Alicia. Thank you, Alicia, asking why we're so awesome. And, not to toot our own horn, but definitely tooting our own horn. I think it's just because we have fun with this. We love what we're doing here. We love the community that's been built out of this. Like, honestly, I sent a message through the Discord as I was recovering. And as I was able to pick up my arms and use them, once I was able to use my arms, the phone felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, yeah. But I was able to send a quick message and be like, hey everybody, updates coming. I going through some stuff, but just being able to lurk and keep an eye on Discord and like the banter that was going on. There was a whole thing about like some of the player announcements. There was a whole thing about like some of the Euros, the women's Euros that were happening. There's a whole bunch of banter about that was going on. And just being able to see that from the community that we've built, I think just made me happy and helped.
Thank you guys for being self-sufficient for a couple weeks, so Mario and I could like deal with real life and figure out what we were doing. And
I wasn't there to post the like match thread and
But no, thank you guys, and really like to answer that question. It's just because we wanted to have a cool place to hang out.
Yeah,
honestly, that's it. I don't think we're any more or less awesome than other people. I think we just built a community by accident, and then it's cool. And I'm not gonna cry, so we're gonna go to the next question now. I'm making an executive decision because I haven't cried yet, and it's been an hour.
All right. And Kay came in with a question about the team. Like, so what's the problem with this team? No, really, what is it?
Consistency and lack thereof.
Yeah, and I
100%.
think
That's my answer until it's fixed.
Yeah, that's I haven't done it yet. And I probably will do it again for like our end of recap type thing. But going through, like I did last year, going through and looking at just our lineup, like how consistent was our lineup. And
we've already eclipsed last season. I know that much.
Yeah.
Because we had 3 games with the same lineup before someone got hurt. So
yeah. So with all of that, I agree. It's a lack of consistency, and I think that's just been a thing since last year. And so,
well, honestly, since like middle of second season when Becky took over, like we haven't had, and even before then it was tumultuous, like they've never just been able to like have a season.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about too that, Becky inherited the team the way it was. But then in the off season, it's not like they made any moves that looked like they were Becky moves. Like there weren't really any. I think there weren't any moves at all. So it's just there's a lack of consistency, and there was a lack of leadership, and there was a lack of a whole bunch of other things, which now sound like they're very much getting, like, all the pieces are getting put into place. So
yeah, it definitely sounds like with Mark Parsons and Straus at the helm, like there's a goal, there's a mission, and there's a plan, and now it's just getting that plan to come into fruition on the pitch.
Yeah, like getting that plan to become second nature to the players. And then our last one was from Liz and Sam, and just a really fun, like, what's our favorite and least favorite thing about living in LA? And I can say that my and it's going to be a very basic answer, but my least favorite thing is the traffic of, like, we're so sprawled out and everything's so centralized in a few places that yeah, like, I mean, I have to, not right now, but when
your commute to work is like,
my commute to work is an hour and a half each way
to go like 7 miles, like, or 10 miles, something like that.
Yeah. I started this year. I started a new job. I'm like in downtown LA. And so, the drive down there, gets pretty hectic in the morning. The drive back is just, and that's just to say, like, you know, that's the reality. Like, and I talk to people from other offices from the new place that I work at. Like, I've worked with people from, like, Boston. I've worked with people from, like, Atlanta and from, like, Houston and New York. And then when I talk to them about, like, oh yeah, you going home, or how long is it? They're like, oh yeah, that's like 10 minutes. 15 minutes. Like, they like literally do live like where they're working. And I'm just like,
to kind of like piggyback off that, my least favorite thing is a lack of really efficient and good public transportation, because that would cancel out like half your hour and a half commute. Because like those folks in New York, that drive would take just as long, but they can jump on the subway, go 7 stops, and they're home in 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
My only caveat with that one, though, is that, like, we do have a fairly robust system. It's just not big enough for LA.
No. And it's not run enough. Like, it's there's not enough trains, there's not enough cars, there's not enough buses, or there's there's not. It's not enough.
There's too many NIMBYs stopping a lot of what needs to happen.
So many.
But I will say one of my favorite things about LA is the community that we have here, and particularly the eclectic nature of food, right? Like, just the fact that like I can get Persian food, I can get Filipino food, I can get Salvadorian food, I can get Mexican food, I can get virtually everything under the sun.
Yeah,
somewhere in LA
you can think of, you can find.
Because this city is built on immigrants, and this city is built on transplants. And, like, I was born and raised here, but I know plenty of people that are transplants. So, like, they're bringing their tastes and their style and their whatever it may be from Texas, from Georgia, from New York, from wherever they're from. They're bringing their regional kind of things and mixing it with what kind of West Coast style is. And then we have all of the immigrant community, the people that have come here, and one of the easiest things, well, no, I'm not going to say it's the easiest things, but one of the things that they can do a lot of times to start becoming self-sufficient is setting up food, right? Yeah. Setting up cooking. And like, to my mom, like, cooking is a love language. Like, she like, so she will, and so to that point, she doesn't really know how to cook small a lot of the times.
Because I don't know if this is outside. I do know it is. So any community-based culture, one that's not based in individualism, does not know how to cook for 2 people, because there's never just 2 people to feed. You need to make sure you have food for tomorrow, or your tia's going to come by, or, oh, hey, the neighbor, they're out of work, so we're making them food. Or, you know what, your grandma lives here too. Like multi-generational homes and communities full of people who look like you but aren't from the same place. Like you feed them, you take care of each other, you look after each other. And like, I think on a cellular level at this point that it's impossible for me to cook for 2 people. That's it. And I will say the same thing for your mom. Like she just does not know how, because what is that?
Yeah.
Like
no, because when she cooks and people get wind of it, there's people that are like, I want some too. And then my mom goes, okay, then. And so like, there's just now more and more.
Like the philosophy of if people need to eat and you can feed them, you do it. If you have enough to provide extra, you do it. Because when your time of need comes, somebody's going to do it for you.
Yep.
And that's my favorite thing, is that LA is one of the biggest cities in the world. One of the most robust and large and like very off-putting for a lot of people's cities. But at the same time, this is a small town. And everybody knows everybody, and you can connect. Like Eva played a show, right? Like literally a day and a half before the fires exploded in the Palisades and in Altadena. We were in Pasadena. My coworker showed up who had just moved here from Kentucky. He brought a couple friends. They knew another friend who was there who had performed with another friend. And it was like all of a sudden, everybody in that whole circle of people that came to see Eva play were all connected. And we all just kind of stood there like, what? How does this happen? Like, what even is this? Because no one here knew each other 10 minutes ago, and now we are all connected through 7 different people. And people were cross-connected, and you know, it's like you don't know anyone, but you know everyone. And I think this is because I am from here, but if you are going to only the West Side or only Hollywood or only like Los Feliz, you know what I mean? Like if you're only going to one specific neighborhood, you don't get that. You don't get it.
No.
You might get it a little bit, but you don't get it in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And I stand on that.
Yeah. So with that, thank you everyone for listening, for supporting us, for being part of the Discord if that's your thing, for
letting me bully you if you're Vero and Richie to join the Discord. I've gotten one but not the other.
With all of that, we just thank you. We're glad that we're able to do this. I'm glad that I've had the energy to be able to do this.
Same.
So
he's not going to talk for like 3 days.
glad to have Angela's brain on just the lore of everything to be able to do this. And so thank you. And if you are into this over the hour, that means you probably like what you hear, so hit the subscribe button wherever you're listening to. Check out casualfc.com for all the pod links for any type of place you want to subscribe to your heart's content. We're also on YouTube, so go ahead and check it out. Sorry for not posting up the video to Spotify. It's kind of a pain in the ass, so if you do want to watch the video, I would suggest going to YouTube. It's a lot easier for me to get it up there. Follow us on social at casualfcpod on everything: Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and we're at casualfc.com on BLUESKY. Still trying to figure out how to program everything and how to like message things everywhere, but it's getting there. Come join us on the Discord that we've been talking about every single time. It's free. If you're not familiar with Discord, it's like a version of Slack or it's a version of Teams. It's just a fun place to hang out. There's different channels to be talking about different topics, and it's fun. There's a lot of people from the casual to the expert casual, so it's a fun place to be. Best ways to support the pod: share, like, comment on our posts, or go rate, review us on one of the platforms, and that just helps more people find us. It's all about engagement. You can also grab some merch that Alana Kennedy herself has bought at shop.casualfc.com. We have some fun merch there, and can't promise that we'll have more, but if we can, I am working on them, and we will get more out there too. And if you feel so inclined, you can always support the pod by buying us a coffee. Check out the link in our bios or go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's an easy way for you to send us a couple bucks to kind of keep doing what we're doing and keep the lights on and keep recording and just showing us a little bit of monetary love. And with all of that, tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. And we packaged that.
Since Mario banked all that good luck and took it with him to the hospital, we need to restock for the second half of the season.
We need to restock a little. So with all of that, thank you, everyone. And we'll see you at the next game.
See you on Saturday, guys. Bye.
Bye.